How's it going in terms of approaching people for these pictures?
It goes, you have to be delicate with this, especially when I deal with a family member, because family members, this just may have happened yesterday as far as they're concerned. There's not a day goes by for a family member that they don't think of their relative. So it has to be handled carefully. People need to understand that this is a project of honor. It's not meant to honor war. It's meant to honor the men that did their duty. And we don't want any of this to be lost to history. We're at an age now where we can preserve things like photographs in such a way that they don't have to be lost.
Most people, I would think, are anxious to help you, maybe a little concerned about getting the picture back or how it's going to be used. What are some of the concerns that they raise?
Well, you're exactly right. These photographs to family members are very, very important artifacts. They're not going to give them up even for 5 minutes to have them scanned. So we work with copies. That's perfectly okay. When people do occasionally send us an original photo, and we guard it with our life because we know how important it is. But many of the photos come not from family, as you would expect. Many families have moved away from the Maryland area, or some have passed away. So a lot of our photographs come from comrades, people that served with them, people that went to school with them, all the high schools in Maryland. Some have a very high casualty list. Dundalk High School, for example, was among the highest number of casualties in the Vietnam War. And those schools have yearbooks. For those schools that are no more, people graduated from those schools. And generally when people become aware of the project and remember back that they did have someone in their class that ultimately was killed in Vietnam, they're more than happy to give a small amount of effort and look in their yearbook for a photo to send to the Operation Remember project.
Who's gone out and doing the legwork for this project?
Well, the legwork, by that you mean what?
Knocking on doors, getting the photographs, going to the libraries?
We don't actually knock on doors. The biggest thing is to make people aware of it. We won't banter people to give us a photograph. I certainly would respect, I haven't had any situations, but I certainly would respect any family's wishes not to have a photo included for whatever reason. I mean, that ultimately is their choice. But a lot of the archives just need to be searched. The photos are, I'm convinced, all available, at least now. Most of them are coming out of microfilm, which is up to 30 years old, newspaper archives. I spent a lot of time down at the main library in Baltimore. All the ladies have come to know me as the Operation Remember man down there. But I show up on the scene and they spend 10 hours in a day. Usually that's pretty successful, and I may recover 20 or so photographs.
So it sounds like you could use some help.
Oh, I can certainly use a lot of help, yes.
How can somebody who might want to get involved contact you?
Well, they can visit our website. That's the best way to get familiar with the project. They can visit the Maryland Memorial. That also has a link to Operation Remember. Or if they're in the Baltimore area, they can visit our chapter headquarters in Beckley Street and come down and see the wall. From the website, there are casualty lists available by county, which they can download, which gives them some list to work with for their own local county. Some counties we have all of the photographs recovered. Cecil County is one that comes to mind. Harford County, my home county, we have all but about 4 photographs recovered already. So,
and I think we have a link to your website on our website as well if somebody's interested.